The Equus projects make site-specific performance works for dancers and horses. Yes, 1,200-pound equine partners. I've been making work for dancers and horses for over 10 years and began this choreographic journey with a project at Mount Holyoke College. They had an amazing, still have, equestrian team and dance department. And I challenged myself to merge the athleticism of dancers with the athleticism of horses. And over the 3-month creation period, the riders, the dancers, and I began to realize that the horses, which at the time were all ridden, were beginning to follow the dancers. The riders would say, "I didn't tell the horse to trot," but it did, because Naomi had started to run next to it. Clearly, the dancers knew how to sense and feel the horse's movement. And that ability to physically listen had actually enabled them to become part of that herd, that equine herd. I consider this physical listening as a fundamental and actually relatively under-recognized element in a dancer's skill bank. And I went back to New York after that to find out more about dancing with horses. I'm going to fast forward 10 years. I have a phenomenal company of dancers. They're just 4 dancers. We go into a community. We meet horses for the first time. We make a piece. We do a lot of teaching. We dance with ridden horses, and we've done a lot of training to dance with riderless horses, horses at liberty. In conducting our creative process in communities in Texas, in Maine, in New Hampshire, in Florida, and Minnesota, we've organically developed a unique touring model that focuses on creating hub sites for our work. And this ERPA grant focuses on that touring model. The hub site touring model means establishing communities where our work can continue on an ongoing basis. These are places we return to, and more importantly, these are places where people feel they have ownership in the work.
So as we all know, when you're cultivating a spark in a new community and creating that enduring presence over time, it's about investing in people. I'm hearing of that a lot across our discussions tonight about investing in a community, investing in the artist, but also investing in the community. So the people that we work with trust the company, trust the Equus projects to work with the horses because they've trained long enough to really know what they're doing with horses. The horse owners trust the company to work safely and responsibly with their horses. And if you're going to be inside a community, you need to be seen as a trusted partner, not just a visiting artist. So by building an active community around our programming, we're expanding our human resource base. People feel invested and they want to get involved. In phase 2, we began creating an advisory group for each of our 4 regions. These advisory groups are responsible for helping us with specific tasks. Some of our advisors are assigned to contacting local businesses for sponsorship. Some cultivate relationships with potential funders, and some are helping us find donated housing. In effect, we're distributing many of our production tasks to a team of motivated volunteers. In each region, we're also cultivating coordinators to manage the activity of these advisory groups. These coordinators serve as the central administrative team in each of our regions, and they ensure that each advisor has the information they need to do their job, and they keep us up to speed on regional developments. And by inspiring leadership in these coordinators, we're able to move development activities forward in the community on a community level, even when we're back in New York City. And as we scrutinized and modified our touring model throughout phase 2 of ERPA, we articulated many of the key ingredients that make this model viable and profitable. We just launched a website, dancelocally.com, which has these tips, strategies, and lists some opportunities to work with our team to explore how this model can potentially increase revenue and visibility for other companies.